So it's interesting when he was polling you guys. Whenever we poll rooms, it's always like, you know, how many people are intermediate? A bunch of people raise their hands. How many people are beginner? A bunch of people raise their hands. They go, how many people are advanced? And like one guy tentatively is like, maybe, kind of, I am, whatever. Now some it's a bit of a different crowd, so there might be a few more advanced guys here. But even here, my guess is a lot of you guys are not 100% satisfied with where you're at with game. Like maybe you are able to pull girls up to a certain caliber, like the 6s and 7s, but then you get to that 9, that 10, and you're like, it's just not working so well. And the stuff that was working for me before maybe isn't working at that level, and what's going on, and I'm confused. Or maybe you go out and you do pull, but at the end of the night, after you take a girl home, you're like, well, I'm not really quite sure how that happened. That was fun. I'd like to do it again. I'm not quite sure how, right? And the difference to me between intermediate game and advanced game is knowing really what's going on and being the one that's in control of the situation, not the one that's like out there hoping to get lucky or hoping the girl likes you, where you're truly flipping the script and you're the one that's in the buyer frame and she's selling herself to you. All right, so I'm going to tell you guys and teach you guys right now how to do a lot of that kind of stuff. And it's a little different. What you need to do to get from beginner to intermediate is categorically different from what you need to do to get to advanced. So first of all, what does intermediate look like? Intermediate looks like you go out and you do a lot of sets. And some of them like you and some of them don't. And you're like, oh, well, maybe I wasn't in state, or maybe she was just at a weird moment or whatever, but you're not really sure. You just know, some sets work well, some sets don't. And there's a correlation. When you're in a better mood, it works better. Sometimes your opener's a little better. If they're not really busy, if they're not really doing anything, it opens better. But you don't know exactly why or how. And then sometimes you're taking girls home, sometimes you're not. But it feels like there's a lot of luck going on. It's a lot of a crapshoot. And your consistency's not there. Like, how many people here sleep with girls like maybe like, I don't know, once a month or something like that? About that? Right? Less than once a month? All right. Who's at like once a week? Few of you. All right. Few of you guys. All right. But not a ton. All right? Not a ton of guys there. How many people that like multiple girls a week? Like almost nobody. Oh, shit. A couple of people. Nice. Nice. So that's a whole different thing. That's a whole different level of like, when you go out, you actually get a result when you want to. And that's what I want to get you guys to, right? And so the things that'll get you to intermediate are not making big fuck ups and giving yourself a chance, right? It's getting yourself out there. So if you get out and you approach a lot of girls, you're generally cool, and you actually make moves to push things forward, what'll happen? Certain girls will be down for it, certain girls won't, right? And the girls that are down for it, you end up sleeping with. The girls that aren't, you end up didn't work out for whatever reason, right? Advanced game is when you get to pick and choose a little bit better, right? Or when the girl's not that into you at the start, but you're like, well, I like this girl, I want to make this happen, and you know how to convey your personality, and you know how to create this situation where she will stick around for you to convey your personality in such a way that you can actually make something happen there, right? And it's also a situation where when the girl does like you, this is a hallmark of intermediate, you get the girl to like you, get attraction, but you have all these problems with logistics, all these problems with the friends, all these problems with last minute resistance, all that kind of stuff, right? Advanced game is when you get her chasing. This isn't how all my sets go, but this is an example of what advanced game looks like. When I was in London a while ago, I was talking to these 3 German girls. This one girl really liked me. Her friends kind of let her be with me most of the night, but then at the end of the night, they're like, okay, we gotta go. Turns out they had a flight back to Germany in something like 4 or 5 hours. And that was the reason, like, yeah, we have to go to Germany or whatever. It's like, hey, whatever the girl's name was, hey, you gotta, come with us, etc. And she's like, she gets up, stands up, looks them straight in the eye and says, no, I'm good here. I'll figure it out. You can go. And literally just sends her friends home because she's made her decision, okay? That's a whole different level. That's a different level of game where she's actually chosen you and she's willing to do work to make it happen. And that's what I want to get you guys to, okay? So beyond that, like, hoping and praying and maybe it'll happen, to I understand where I'm at, I understand where I'm going, I know what the next step is, and I know if it goes wrong what I'm doing about it.